Hey guys, it's Randall. Welcome to the channel. If you're new, hit the thumbs up for me. If you're returning, do the sub. And you guys can see I'm held up at a camp. I'm doing an edit for the Skyline Drive video that you're about to watch. Over the next 16 days, I covered a lot of ground. It was Daytona Bike Week, the Panhead Party, and also the Forgotten Angels event. So the next couple videos that I release will be packed full of some good stuff. I think you're really gonna enjoy them. I don't often get to just say thank you, so thank you guys. I feel the love. You guys have supported me in an incredible way. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. All right, let's get into the video. Enjoy. Good morning, everyone. I'm just inside the shed here. I have the last bit loaded on the bike. I'm just kind of tying down the last few things. So I'm going to show you how I have my bike tied down, but that's just the gear that I'll be wearing. So it's just my boots and my leathers and my helmet. But behind me is the bike, of course, and it's all but staged, you know what I mean? I have a few things laying on the ground there, but it's really just my duffel bag and a few things that I strap on the outside. And then I have a big wet weather bag. It's just it's very weather resistant, so you couldn't drop it in the lake, but I'll wrap my duffel bag inside that and just get it strapped on. I'll show you though what I'm doing. It's cold, man. It's not cold, it's cool. It's chilly, it's cool, it's almost cold. So, but I'm hesitant to say it's cold because you boys up north know what cold is. That's not what I'm dealing with here. So I got some gear to put on, and I'll do that, and then we're gonna head south. I have to stop somewhere and pick up a couple canned goods, just like a can of soup or something like that. I'm figuring I'm gonna get lunch, supper, and breakfast on the road here, so I need to make sure I'm prepared for that. Plus, I got to park the boat. This is my duffel bag, and it's in a wet bag, a dry bag rather. But that table back there has a bunch of gear on it that I'm not going to be wearing whenever I get to Florida. So that stuff is going to end up in this dry bag here, and that bag will get a little bigger. It might end up on top of the cargo, so I'm flexible. The point I'm trying to make is I don't necessarily need this to be here, but it does reinforce my backrest, my guitar. So I keep it. And this is my kitchen. It's just got a bag of some goods in there. Got some water, my cooking stuff, like my cook kit. The other saddlebag. This is a simple one. Like all I have in there right now is a chair, and then I have a bike cover that I use as a emergency tent, if you will. And then I have a helmet. I got my ready bag that I call it. It's got like headlamps and stuff, and then everything I need to keep dry goes in the trunk. That's the driest spot on the bike that I've found, so that's where everything goes. That's how she looks. My guitar looks nice. It's good and stout. It's strong. It's advertising. So that's the rig. I just need to put the clothes on, and I'm going to throw the GoPro on and just kind of talk to you for a few minutes. We're heading down to Skyline Drive, which is the gateway to Daytona Bike Week. And I'm calling it that because when you come from the north, you're pretty much going to have to go across it. Now, you could travel down real close to it and stay out of the mountains, but my goodness, if you're that close to Skyline Drive, wouldn't you just ride it for at least an exit or two? So I encourage people to make sure they stop in. Oh my gosh, I forgot my phone. I'm turning around. I'm glad I remembered now before I got down to Florida. Good grief, man. What did I get on a charge on that? So I got 97%. Nice. Good that I forgot about it, right? Got all the way up to 97%. So I'm doing good, guys. I'm actually warm. I think I nailed it. I think I did good. You can see the sun is out. I can feel it immediately. When that sun hits me, it's like I just heat up. My temperature goes up by a couple degrees almost immediately. So I'm doing okay. I think we're going to be all right here. The issue is tonight, they are getting weather. So there's going to be like rain and slush and stuff. So I can't participate in that. My goal is to run hard south and miss it. There's Maryland. We made it to Maryland. All right. And I'm just stopped at a train crossing right now.
But I'm in Winchester, so it means that I slipped through another state, so I'm now in Virginia. I'll tell you what, ever since a kid, always loved trains. Rolling again. The gateway to Daytona Bike Week is Skyline Drive, which is the beginning of the Blue Ridge Parkway, and Front Royal is the town that is the beginning of Skyline Drive. So we're coming up on Front Royal right now. Just about 10 minutes we'll be hitting the gateway to Daytona Bike Week. Campgrounds are all closed, lodges are all closed. Let's go ask them.
Pass to Shenandoah, so you can. If you think you're going to lots of national parks, we offer an $80 pass to every park for every national park for a year.
Well, I was gonna ask because I have this.
Oh, yeah, let me see it. Well, are you a veteran?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you're good through August.
So there's no fee then?
No fee.
Oh, okay, very good. So normally though it's 25 bucks, I understand.
Correct.
It is, but okay, very good.
Yep.
So I'm good to just go ride it though.
Yep, you still check in each time. I'm supposed to verify your ID, but I'm not going to worry about that today.
Oh, I can do that.
No, it's okay. Button up. Do you want either of these? The map and the winter newsletter?
No, thank you.
Okay.
Appreciate it. Well, there's no campgrounds or anything open, so.
The visitor center and Dickey Ridge is open, but you can't stay there, of course. But you could, not Dickey Ridge.
Okay, well, I plan on making it down to Roanoke anyway, so I'll be good.
Alrighty, ride safe, okay?
Thank you, buddy.
Have fun.
Super cool, man. I've said it many times, you know, I'm a veteran and I really appreciate it. Guys, little things like this, I don't even know if it's a little thing. It's 25 bucks if you wanted to come out and ride this on the motorcycle. I was going to pay it. Really, I was ready to ride this and pay it. But then he mentioned that pass and I'm like, oh my gosh, I think I can ride this without paying. And so once again, being a veteran, man, I really do feel the love for veterans in this country, and all y'all that are supporting the veterans like me that are out there, thank you. On behalf of the veterans, let me just say it for all of us, thank you. We appreciate your support so much, and we feel that love. We really do. Thank you so much for that. All right, we are on Skyline Drive. Let's go see about it. You start to get like Blue Ridge Parkway vibes, and that's simply because this is an extension of the Blue Ridge Parkway. But man, it's beautiful, man. Really beautiful. I mean, you fully understand why this is called Skyline Drive. Man, I do love the Blue Ridge Mountains. This is just like the first, second, or third pull off, something like, well, it's not the first, but this is probably like the third pull off, and it's already got good elevation, but you can see we're still going up. So I managed to grab a little snack, drank a little water, posted to Instagram. If you guys aren't following me on Instagram, you guys can skip over there and find me. Same name, everything, Randall Rydes. But I'm kind of curious how this is going to work out for the rest of this Skyline Drive, because it's still a fairly significant stretch to do this entire portion. And I would call this the northernmost section of the Blue Ridge Parkway, because this takes you down essentially right into, like, right where you meet up with it. I think they do actually meet up directly, but this is such a good ride. Guys, look at this. Just beautiful, beautiful ride. Like, there's gonna be a lot of, I'm noticing there's a lot of like broken branches and stuff on the road, so I'm just kind of being mindful. Imagine this in October with the leaves all in full bloom, Like, I feel like you could come down and ride the Blue Ridge Parkway and hit Skyline Drive all in one swath and just spend a couple days up here rolling along it, just really drinking it, and it's amazing out here, man. The views, baby. Man, I love being a biker. I have a feeling this is what it's going to be. Like, every time you go around a turn, you're just going to see it open up to another vantage.
Skyline Drive is essentially that entire green swath there. So you can see that I'm essentially about right around the central, just right around the middle of it. Something to be conscious of is that weather. So I think what I'm going to do, I think that's the plan. I think I'll get off of Skyline. I'm going to run all of Skyline Drive, and then I'll grab the highway and head south from there. My ride today has led from the northernmost part of Skyline Drive all the way south through Shenandoah National Park. And right now, as we speak, I'm at Loft Mountain, which is right there. I'm going to do a little bit of a push tonight, and there's a reason for that. It's because there's a storm that is supposed to be pushing in. And I tell you what, you just wouldn't know it to look at the sky, but it seemed like everybody agreed that storm was coming in. So I'm going to keep an eye on it. Might check the weather first, but ultimately I think I'm going to try and go as far south this evening as I can to try and avoid that. I really just don't want to be out in the wet, cold conditions, or if I am in it, for as little time as possible. So I'm trying to do a solid push today, and I've done that so far. We're going to continue on.
If you could manage to watch the weather and pinch together a couple days there that are good, that's ideal, of course, because then you get to ride your bike, you get to experience the trip, and that's not always an option, you know. And you might get stuck on your way back home because you're coming back home and there's a storm, you know, a snowstorm up north. Keep someone on speed dial, someone you can call and come trailer you back if there's serious weather. Have them meet you further south, like, you know, in Pennsylvania or something. This is why Daytona Bike Week is so special to the northeastern states. It just ushers in the riding season for us. You know, Bike Week is just the first major event of the year. And to come down here and travel from the north, it's a real challenge to be able to overcome that on a motorcycle. So I'm going to Florida really for the Forgotten Angels event that they have in the spring. And it just happens to be that it coincides with a couple things that are going on. One, Daytona Bike Week, which historically and nostalgically has been the ushering in of the riding season. And then number two, my buddy Panhead Ross, he's having a Panhead party, and he always correlates that with Bike Week each year. And then next weekend, we're going to get down and support the group at Forgotten Angels. So these are all linked below. You guys can check them out yourself, but hopefully you're there. Hopefully I meet you in person while we're down there. In the meantime, the goal is simple. Enjoy the ride.
I'm sitting in camp. I got a campfire going behind me, and I'm not sure where in the video this is going to find you, but I wanted to play a tune for you. It's called Charlotte. There's an old man with shaking hands. He takes a rest from the ride. Smell of asphalt and leather wet has left him tired and blurry-eyed. The old man thinks of his little girl. Her heart is hardened toward him. He never really calls her, but he loves her. She just reminds him of the trouble he's been. He's been by her place a dozen times, and he knows she let him in. There's a strain in his heart. I won't let him go that far. You know it seems so far. And now it's raining again. He should have stopped at Charlotte just to try it again. Should have made a one-night stop and told her it's to get out of the rain. Maybe that's all the two of them really need, is just one good memory, but he knows it may just be the last. So he just rode on by, but he should have stopped at Charlotte. And now he feels like an old man. He thinks of his wife, the wedding band, and the daughter. It's all that's left from her life. All the arguing and the bitterness was just more than the girl could take, more than anyone should take. And now the rain stings his face. Oh, he should have stopped at Charlotte. Gonna head on back to Charlotte, gonna try it again, gonna make a one-night stop and tell her it's to get out of the rain. Maybe this is all the two of them really needs, just one good memory. Who knows, it may just be the first of many. Head on back to see Charlotte. He's gonna head on back to Charlotte, gonna try it again, gonna make a one-night stop and tell her it's to get out of the rain. Maybe this is all the two of them really need, is just one good memory. Who knows, it may just be the first of many. It's gonna head on back to see Charlotte. Head on back to see Charlotte.
What a beautiful ride. And so I flip it back on, and I'm riding along, you know, and I'm not talking, I'm just riding. I'm really enjoying the ride right now. And this is Blue Ridge Parkway Fields here on Skyline Drive. I think of the two of them as being like siblings, you know what I mean? They're very similar in their feels. But the thing that's amazing to me is this time of year with such a high profile ride. Oh my gosh. Wow. With such a high profile kind of ride Skyline Drive is, that I'm out here and I'll be riding for miles, you know, at 35, 40 miles per hour here, and not a single car, not a single bike. It's just me and the road. I know a lot of that has to do with the time of year, but how cool is this, man? I feel like I'm out here experiencing Skyline Drive by myself. Like, it's as if they put gates down and left it open just for me. Admission for one. And it's yours truly, Randall Rydes. They should have a sign out front that says Randall Rydes only. That's what it feels like.
So that is Skyline Drive of Shenandoah National Park. If you like that kind of content, hit the sub below. My name is Randall. It's good to meet you.